On its release, Ethereum sparked a huge wave of innovation in the crypto space by introducing a highly programmable blockchain. Suddenly, blockchain wasn't only for money and storing value. All kinds of applications could be built in a decentralized environment. Things like DeFi, NFTs, dApps, and blockchain gaming wouldn't be possible without blockchains focusing on smart contracts. To this day, Ethereum has a solid position as the king of smart contracts, with a majority of those top smart contract projects based on their blockchain. Nonetheless, Ethereum has become known for its high fees and congestion, and other blockchains have popped up that aim to offer the same functionality without the problems. If Ethereum had no plans to improve, it would likely have already been overtaken by a competitor. But its solid team of core developers and pretty clear roadmap for ETH 2.0 have kept it on top. Will it follow through with improvements and keep its place? Or will a faster moving project take over? Let's take a look at some of the top competitors. Before we start, remember to do the old like, subscribe, and follow. Also, if you have something interesting to comment it below with your Phemex UID, and I'll choose the best 3 to send a $15 trading bonus. When looking at Ethereum 2.0 upgrades, we can see that one of the big changes is the move to proof of stake, which has the immediate effect of environmental friendliness and also lays the foundation for other upgrades. This has already gone online separately from the main chain and will be bridged later on by the Beacon chain. Yet, most Ethereum competitors already use proof of stake, many with their own unique implementations. For example, Algorand already thinks that run-of-the-mill proof of stake is yesterday's game and claims to have perfected this concept with pure proof of stake. The advantages they tout are the validators of each block are unknown to others, so they can't be targeted. The small stakers don't get disproportionate power, and the stakers are always in full control of their assets. When looking at Ethereum's plans for ETH 2.0 upgrades, we can see that the main solution proposed for lower fees and less congestion is Sharding. This upgrade is currently scheduled for 2022. However, fast-growing competitor Near Protocol already implements Sharding to achieve scalability. We can see that their unique implementation of Sharding is one of their top technology selling points. Naturally, it gets quite advanced, but superficially speaking, the level of documentation is impressive. We can also see here that Near Protocol positions itself quite directly as an Ethereum alternative and boasts these increased performance statements. Other smart contract blockchains have developed their own scaling solutions entirely separate from any current or proposed Ethereum solutions. One of the most notable is Solana's proof of history, in which nodes timestamp blocks with cryptographic proofs that some duration of time has passed since the last proof. All data hashed in the proof most certainly have occurred before the proof was generated. The node then shares the new block with validator nodes, which are able to verify those proofs. Although this doesn't sound that sexy on the surface, it drastically optimizes block time and allows for additional efficiency optimizations. There's also EOS, which, rather than focusing primarily on cutting-edge scaling technology, takes a unique management approach with the aim of being more accessible for businesses to build on, while keeping transactions free for users. It does this by offering more services to developers, such as data hosting, usage management, and APIs for traditional coding languages, then charging app developers for the resources they use. The cost of running apps on EOS is moved entirely to developers, so that users can enjoy a service with no transaction fees. The drawback of the EOS approach is that some decentralization is sacrificed in order to be able to deliver a higher level of speed and service. Speaking of the centralization trade-off, a few more top competitors to Ethereum are blockchains run by centralized exchanges, such as Binance Smart Chain and Crypto.com Coin. The speed and cost of these blockchains are optimized by sacrificing decentralization. There are other blockchains that can be considered Ethereum competitors as they offer smart contract functionality, but whose main focus is elsewhere. For example, Stellar Lumens has its own smart contract blockchain, but focuses specifically on being an open network for money. while Polkadot has the full infrastructure for building with smart contracts, but proclaims the goal of cross-chain interoperability. It's important to take a moment and note that Ethereum is far from being the only project experiencing performance issues and upgrade delays. For example, I didn't mention Cardano earlier because, despite being released in 2017 as an Ethereum alternative, they only rolled out smart contract capability a few days ago, which means there's very limited use case history to evaluate. And of course, the other competitors I've mentioned all have experienced their own shortcomings and delays. I would be amiss to neglect to mention Rollups as a proposed Ethereum upgrade that could potentially add even greater scalability than Sharding. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has been enthusiastic about rollup potential for a long time, and has often publicly shared his idea that they might be implemented as an upgrade to the main chain, even before Sharding. There are two primary kinds of rollups proposed for Ethereum upgrades. Vitalik likes ZK rollups as a long-term solution, but sees optimistic rollups winning in the short term. Basically, optimistic rollups would allow hefty calculations to be done off-chain, with essential data being added to the main chain for validation and security. The problem here is that optimistic rollups require time for other validators to provide confirmation of validity before they are finalized on the main chain.
So like, for example, if I have an asset inside of an optimistic rollup and I want to withdraw it, then I actually have to wait a week to withdraw it, because like if a block that contains my withdrawal turned out to be invalid, then there needs to be space for someone to disagree with it.
ZK rollups, on the other hand, use cutting-edge cryptography to automatically validate the rollup.
Right. Whereas with a ZK rollup, like, you don't need time for disagreement because you just have a proof, right? As soon as a block is submitted, there's a proof, and it's correct.
But ZK rollups are such new technology that they'd still need some time before they can be confidently implemented on the Ethereum main chain. The other big project making headway with rollups is none other than Polygon, the layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. Polygon recently acquired Hermes, a ZK rollup scaling solution. This isn't surprising, as Polygon needs to stay faster and cheaper than the Ethereum main chain in order to stay relevant. That being said, there's a compelling argument that Ethereum wouldn't have maintained its position for so long without Polygon providing a solution to its congestion and fee problems that doesn't require moving to another blockchain. Polygon and Ethereum have a mutualistic relationship. So what's the final evaluation for Ethereum? This depends on many factors. Assuming one or more smart contract blockchains continue growing and improving without any major setbacks, then ETH 2.0 will need to deliver real results for Ethereum to stay on top. However, the name recognition and trust of Ethereum goes a long way, and while users wait for upgrades, Polygon is there to help. So what should you keep an eye on? Obviously, the rollout of ETH 2.0 is a big factor, so keep track of the roadmap, delays, and delivery. When a new upgrade does roll out, keep an eye on it and see what it delivers in practice. Second, watch the top competitors. See if they keep delivering on their roadmap, or if they experience setbacks from implementing innovations that haven't been battle-tested. Finally, pay attention to where the projects built on smart contracts are. The top DeFi and NFT projects are still mostly on Ethereum, but if a mass migration to other blockchains starts, it would likely spell the end of Ethereum's reign as the top smart contract blockchain. And lastly, remember, these are my personal opinions, not necessarily the views of Phemex, and definitely not investment advice. If you have any thoughts about Ethereum and ETH killers, let me know in the comments. If you add your Phemex UID to an interesting comment, you might just win a $15 trading bonus. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Looking for more ways to earn? Deposit your Bitcoin on Phemex and get rewarded with up to $2,000. Follow the URL in the description of this video for more details.